Benjamin Netanyahu's story is more than that of a politician. It is a saga of tragedy, ambition, and survival. Born in 1949 in the young state of Israel, Netanyahu, nicknamed Bibi in his youth, grew up between two worlds, the nationalism of his historian father, Benzion, and the cosmopolitan atmosphere of his teenage years in the United States. Friends in Boston remembered him as quiet, confident, and cool, a personality that stood out even then. Back in Israel, his life was shaped by conflict. In 1967, he joined the elite commando unit, Sayeret Matkal, where he learned discipline and saw combat. The defining event of his youth came in 1976 when his older brother Yonatan was killed in the famous Entebbe raid. To Israelis, Netanyahu became the brother of a fallen hero. To himself, it was a lifelong mission to carry Yoni's legacy into politics. His academic years in the U.S. were equally influential. At MIT, he studied architecture. At Harvard, he took political science. He briefly used the name Ben Naitai, a choice mocked later as too American, but one he insisted was simply practical. In the 1980s, he became Israel's rising star in Washington, defending his country on American television. His fluent English and charisma earned him the label Israel's JFK in some magazines. Politics came quickly. In 1988, he entered parliament with Likud, and by 1996, at 47, he became Israel's youngest ever prime minister. His first term was marked by caution after the Oslo Accords. He signed the 1997 Hebron Protocol and 1998 Wee River Memorandum, but resisted deeper concessions. At home, critics accused him of undermining peace. Abroad, he was seen as tough and unyielding. Meanwhile, his wife Sara drew constant media attention. The press dubbed them the Bibi and Sara show, portraying her as temperamental and him as embattled. After a political setback, Netanyahu reinvented himself as finance minister in 2003. His reforms were bold: privatizations, tax cuts, welfare reductions. Supporters hailed him for modernizing Israel's economy. Critics said he deepened inequality. By 2009, he was back as prime minister, this time for a record-breaking tenure. His doctrine rested on three pillars. First, security, constant warnings about Iran's nuclear ambitions, preemptive military strikes, and operations in Gaza and Lebanon. His 2015 speech to the U.S. Congress against the Iran nuclear deal brought him global attention but soured relations with President Obama. Second, economy. Market-oriented reforms that prioritize growth but strain the social safety net. Third, diplomacy, bypassing the Palestinian issue by normalizing ties with Arab states. Under President Trump, Netanyahu scored major victories. The U.S. Embassy moved to Jerusalem and the Abraham Accords with the UAE and Bahrain. Yet his leadership was also defined by division. In 2018, the nation-state law declared Israel the nation-state of the Jewish people, downgrading Arabic and alarming minorities. In 2023, his push for judicial reform sparked Israel's largest protests, with hundreds of thousands in the streets accusing him of weakening democracy. Then came October 7, 2023. Hamas attacks left Israel shaken and launched a devastating war in Gaza. Netanyahu promised to restore deterrence, but the high civilian toll triggered outrage worldwide. The U.S. delayed arms shipments, European states recognized Palestine, and international courts accused Israel of violating humanitarian law. Netanyahu rejected all charges, but his image abroad darkened. At home, scandal haunted him. Multiple corruption cases, nicknamed the cigars and champagne files, painted him as corrupt, though he denied wrongdoing. Sara Netanyahu faced her own case over misuse of public funds, and their son Yair fueled controversies with fiery social media posts. Despite these, Netanyahu survived politically, proving his reputation as Israel's ultimate political survivor. Supporters see him as the iron wall defending Israel. Opponents see a manipulator eroding democracy. Either way, Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu has already secured his place as one of the most consequential and controversial leaders of the 21st century. His life is a film of power, tragedy, and resilience, where politics and personal drama are forever intertwined.